gradual thinning of floating biomass at Kaibulamjau National Park endangered the park as well as endangered brow antler deer, Sangai. Zemnui Yankolen villages appeal to government to rename Zuko Valley as Maiko Rezai Kam. Fate of Zailat Lake in the proposed Zailat Wildlife Sanctuary of Tamenglong district is gloomy. Zalejang villages appeal to government for urgent intervention. MPCC President Konthaudzam Govinda says conclusion of Naga peace talk can be brought only when Congress party is in power. Manipur reports more COVID recoveries than the new cases. 9 new COVID-19 cases and 18 recoveries in the last 24 hours. Death toll stands at 373. And India logged single-day spike of 12,059 new COVID-19 cases, taking country's tally above 1,826,000. Recovery rate stands above 97%. Kurumjari, good evening. You are watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. And I'm Victoria Rajkumari with you. Before we begin, Impact News would like to make an appeal to all our viewers that to stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your face masks properly and maintain a safe distance while stepping outside from your homes or workplaces. Remember, these 3 simple precautions are all that it takes to defeat the pandemic. Now the top stories. The critically endangered species of brow antler deer, that is Sangai, found only on the floating biomass on Kaibulamjau National Park and various other wildlife inhabiting in the park are facing immense difficulties owing to the gradual thinning of the floating biomass. Authorities concerned need to take appropriate measures at the earliest, else the park is most likely to become extinct in the coming years. A media team came across the deteriorating condition of the lake during an inspection at Kaibulamjau National Park, Ithaipat and Loktak Lake in Bishnupur district. The inspection is carried out as a part of the month-long media campaign on Know Your Sanctuaries and Wetlands, organized by All Manipur Working Journalists Union, AMJU. Impact News came across the substandard condition of the Kaibulamjau National Park, which has become progressively worse as compared to earlier years. Speaking on the sidelines, Kaibulamjau National Park Range Officer M. Virchandra said that the park is approximately 40 square kilometers wide. He lamented that the floating biomass on the park is gradually declining over the years, asserting that the forest staffs are facing huge difficulties in maintaining the quality of the park and safeguarding the Sangai and other wildlife inhabiting in it owing to the situation. He also pointed out the critical shortage of adequate equipment of the department. The range officer urged the state government and authorities concerned to take stock of the situation at the earliest.
Say Kuntaga Tarupere service from Sing the Sum Sarpanina, I was it and I said from Matiam Yaure, I said from Gidreba, Kungi Tang, Yada, and Puta and a quarter and a go, I do make an occurrently. Sina this had the shoe, say from the habitat to Walaga de Masano automatically would keep it up. The what from Anthony was the lay by equipment when Koyakan Tungde, and the Gi a Koi Satpakot, but a Koyakan Tonaba, Matikana Koyakan late. Now, can visit the Isamasin Wally. Problem is that we should go. The Gimatic Chana, so quick Sakan, so PVT. According to the Wallis in Mayolang, Potasin Bayaba, and the Mayolang Pong, and I sing the Sapomega, she's Sapomega Canaba labor, sung with a gun, but sing man, the Dikoi Tampak, a come with a political problem like Tiaba. She said to Yadiaba, Tanamata, did put her in the Canom Tower.
Villagers of Jemnui Yankolen village, Senapati district, claimed that the land area of Zuko Valley, known as Maiko Rezai Kam in their dialect, which lies between Manipur and Nagaland, belongs to the village. The villagers further claim that Zuko Valley is the property of the village handed down from their forefathers. Speaking to media during a press meet held at Jemnoi Yangkolen village, 61 kilometers away from Maram yesterday, ex-chairman of the village authority, Kihaigom Hao, expressed astonishment over the claim by Mao Council and Southern Angami People's Organization, Nagaland, towards Zuko Valley as theirs. He added the historic boundary which proves the belongingness of the valley to the village is still intact. He said that Zuko Valley is bifurcated by Taipuiki River flowing between Manipur and Nagaland. He appealed to those concerned not to make initiative to snatch the land without consent of the landowner. Kihaigom Hao appealed to government to construct a road from N to Ngroi leading to Zuko Valley at the earliest. He further appealed to authorities concerned to construct a guest house at Zuko Valley, which will also serve as a source of income for the state. Kihaigom Hao urged the government to rename Zuko Valley as Maiko Reze Kam, asserting that Nagaland state has even claimed Chongwang Relo Hills, which is a part of Zemnoi Yangkolen village. He appealed to Chief Minister Nongthumam Biren to look into the matter at the earliest.
Land sibudi land owner di ako yang kulengini. Adu bos, ako isu Manipur state government imetsa wabinina. Si Manipur state government si sidi meteng pangpon toy. Habidi Nagaland imi sidi puisa si dam tadruga. Loina ji people gari lambi si pajan na semnuga midi tourism pajan na semnuga nungai na lagre. Ako Manipur government si na action lo bidre. Ako nidi puisa laite lambi to ningai pangal laite bigi. Hoji paba ji people natna footpath paba ako ngam druga lairi. Aduna hoji di parsu patrasu. Ako Manipur state government si sidi meeting panglaga ji people di athuda paikapyo haina haijari
koi yangkulengi border boundary sapo maram mau moi ahmduna ai gilansi kanna mundun lare mikor jadegi Nagaland border si ekwaina hauji border da ekwaina Manipur ga Nagaland marak talabini aduna asi sapo maram mau kanna tanandu lai ai matek ama pabusu moida pibanga moi.
Fate of the Zailat Lake in the proposed Zailat Wildlife Sanctuary of Tamenglong district is gloomy. If timely intervention is not taken, the lake will meet the same fate of the Lamphal Path, which has now become a namesake lake. Impact News reporter Jotin Kundrakpam and cameraman Irom Mocha brings you an exclusive report.
On April 24, 1997, the government decided to declare Zeliat Forest under Tausem subdivision of Tamenglong district as a recognized wildlife sanctuary. The forest is recorded to be about 21 square kilometers in area, with 7 lakes within its boundaries. The Zeliat Lake, which gives the forest its name, is the largest lake not only inside the forest but also the largest lake in hill areas of Manipur. Zeliat Lake is about 2 hours from Tejijang village on a forested footpath. Tejijang village can be reached after crossing Barak River, the biggest river in Manipur, from Bumgaijang village under Tausem subdivision, an arduous distance of 20 kilometers from Tamenglong district headquarters. The journey to reach Zeliat Lake is in itself a mighty task, considering the condition of the road even after the declaration of the government to make it a recognized wildlife sanctuary.
Tejijang village dagi pung ani rom henna chinglambi da khong kakhala matungda khogi Zeliat Lake ya koib da leiriba Zeliat Jang village have Tausem subdivision habadi Tamenglong district ki Tausem subdivision di manung chan leiba Zeliat Jang haiba khul asi yausalakle khul asi dagi hariba lake asi subnagi meter khar khaktamak chatlaga leire.
Government had resolved to declare the forest as a recognized wildlife sanctuary 20 years ago, but no action has been taken till date for the same. Expressing disappointment, Chief of Zeliat Jang village near the proposed sanctuary, Matthew Gonme said there used to be 7 lakes in the sanctuary as per records, but now only 4 are left. He expressed worry that even the 4 lakes might disappear with the passage of time, even before declaring the sanctuary as a government recognized full-fledged sanctuary.
Lake si project na preserve to hodradi mang daure ko siya. Akoi government na Manipur da many times akoi na application thare proposal supire thara kre si preserve to bagi nature reserve to dradi yaroi haina ko kan na apsik tauri si sai si sau busina 9 hectares away. Si Jalat Lake si one of the biggest lake ne koi lake mari leye Jalat Lake ne Gipop Jai Lake ne Ndau Jai Lake ne Napsap Jai Lake ne si manungda koi di saw si Jalat Lake ne one of the most lake ne Manipur da ado Manipur government haibgum na kan san tau de koi se sing ne haibgira hangde akoi sing gi si leiba pa che yamna neglect tawe.
The Zeliat Lake, which is enriched with various flora and fauna and a home of more than 15 species of fishes, is an attractive sanctuary. People would love to visit this place, but the lack of proper road and accommodation facilities for tourists has created a hurdle for the development of this place. Zeliat Zang village chief Matthew Gonmei said villages face immense plights, especially during winter due to bad road connectivity, and the condition of the road during rainy season is beyond imagination.
Sa khoi lakpada dum khangkhre lambi se barak thong se sembidre yamna ware khoi se adu lambi lak su kilometers ani hum se khoi nong su matam se yamna wana oire.
Matthew further said the village, with a meager population of only 120 people whose main occupation is agriculture, has no healthcare facility nor any government office of any department except for one primary school for up to class 5. He lamented that the villagers are compelled to go to Tamenglong headquarters in times of any medical emergency.
Mi na de serious oide khoi dum pur dum khoi Tamenglong chale khoi tana khong pure khoi che khoi na khong dum chale de 8 hours chale khoi che Tamenglong sab che.
On the other hand, Deputy Forest Ranger of Tausem Subdivision, Tamenglong District, A. Promeshwar said the Forest Department has taken many steps to protect the Zeliat Lake, which is the heart of the sanctuary. He said a common facilities center, including a rest house, 5 viewpoints and a boat jetty, is also being envisaged for tourists and wildlife enthusiasts. He said within the 24 kilometers area of the forest, there are tigers, leopards, leopard cats, small Indian civets, common langurs, hulok, gibbons, great Indian hornbills, barking deers, flying squirrels, slow loris, bears, hogs, badgers, and many other species of animals, birds, plants, and trees.
HDP ko Hill Area Development Program gi makhada ekoina ecotourism project ma Tharon ga Jala Lake sida tawjabni lake sigi akoi bada khoi hat chajagani tourist kaina laga su lebam tumbam jabam semgane ba project sida myam yauri koi footpath ama surrounding the semba dog semba ko aduga view point ama semba athu matam da haujaragani sigi project se mamang sei digi tawrokone na sijna kunna sigi ecotourism chawkhatpada akoi gi khunjigi khunjasing kana gani na khali economic level da yam kana gani.
Wetlands are important carbon sinks and greatly improve the neighboring environments and also provide habitat for birds, fishes, and animals. Their preservation helps on reducing global warming. In order to preserve wetlands and increase their longevity, there has to be a policy to maintain a certain percentage of land as wetlands. It is high time for people in the state to start protecting wetlands. Although wetlands dry out naturally, developed countries have started making man-made lakes and wetlands, and this is one way we can preserve and increase wetlands in our state. This is Joyce Wisham for Impact News reporter Jotin Kundrakpam and camera person Irom Mocha, Tamenglong District.
Intellectual meet on the Union Budget 2021-22 was held led by Chief Minister Nongthom Biren today. The Chief Minister and experts lauded this year's Union Budget as comprehensive and visionary. BJP Manipur Pradesh organized the intellectuals meet at Hotel Castle Palace compound. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister N. Biren said that the Union Budget was made considering experts and research scholars. He added the budget was lauded by well-qualified eminent scholars, acknowledging its merit, though opposition party criticizes it. He said mentioning of a Northeast is not related with the budget. N. Biren assured that there will be no lack of fund from centre in taking up of welfare activities of people. Asserting that the budget focus on the country's healthcare sector, connectivity, self-reliant education sector and others, he expressed firm belief that it will prove beneficial to people.
Honorable Prime Minister ki Atma Nirmal Bharat ki daga tawraiba hujik teja warplane ka che indigenous bill torkanda tawraiba mapandagi leirega brahmos export tongna bi India je huji hana defense ki leidana da leiramba potu huji exporter way see because of magi determination magi concentration adu gi potu ne koina appreciate to aduna budget sida hana 70-80,000 crore le mas 1 lakh crore gi mathak hengala kanda communication transportation the period emphasis budget ta hoi kana kumbana norris ki particular panba pandaba that's adu kasumari lengadi state budget te only season have abagi limit akhoi amount se 2,800 something crore mukni adubu akhoi state share puthok char de khoi anda oja 3,500 crore gi mathak da khoi center de lower ga senai thabak bu tawraba fazana execute tawraba deliver tawraba limit late funding gi awaba madu center de late.
Attending the intellectual meet Department of Economics, Manipur University, Professor C.H. Priyaranjan lauded Union Budget 2021 to 22 as people's budget and not meant for India to be sold out. He added the Union Budget does not sideline small-scale sectors. He further suggested to establish an institute like Indian Institute of Science Education and Research in the state to end the rain. Retired Principal of Manipur College, Dr. T.H. Jayanta, Managing Director of Sijur Hospital and Research Institute, Dr. K.H. Bulletin, attended the meet and gave feedback of the Union Budget.
The business of government is to govern, not to manufacture, not to produce, not to direct. So that is why this budget is a budget which creates institutions to give credit, finance, institutions that facilitates the private sector, the farmers, the lowest denominator and the worst person at the ground level. It is such a budget. Three things which the Honorable Chief Minister said. Please let us remember this when we make a discussion. Deliver what we want, funds is no problem. We could get 3,000 crores for roads, even if nothing is earmarked specifically for Manipur. The idea is the way funds are distributed nationwide to states are now not dictated by politics. It is dictated by logic, by need, and the type of detailed project reports that you prepare.
Meanwhile, Chief Minister Nongthoman Birren expressed happiness upon declining rate of infection of coronavirus in the state. He gave credit for the declining number of active cases of COVID-19 to public. N. Birren further appealed to people to abide by COVID-19 SOPs and made coronavirus-free state. He also welcomed further feedbacks and suggestions from people.
And the COVID-19 get tendency arriving mayam hen khangiram doctor mayam masida wa nurse mayam adagi senior mayam na tawi kiba chenbi kiba sigi situation je porong na thank god ai manipur gi praja punam koi thaga chari koi at least koi situation na mad de koi overcome tor koi leibang me hai di zero da yam thuna ta bang amne na khale adu praja sing ju city yam na aware boy na re government gas people ga puna chat minam ra koi sigi pibam si yo bang ambane na ya maina log je aduna I seek your support and blessing. Guide over you.
President of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee, Govindas Kanthosam, said conclusion of a Naga peace talk can be brought only when the Congress party comes to power. Speaking to media during a press conference at the party office, Govindas Kanthosam said the BJP government at centre and state are deceiving people, promising absurd works. He added the framework agreement signed on August 3, 2015 is yet to be concluded. He also said that assurance to some hill organizations to reverse the 7 new districts formed during Congress tenure is yet to be put into action. Govindas Kanthosam said Congress will win a majority in the upcoming State Assembly election 2022 and formed government.
Asuk kuiraba matam masida ngasi phawada nagagi solution poropang amde the koidong isu poropang amgoda gomande supnagi Congress party na power da halakpa matam du khakta nagagi solution si poropang amgani haidona ai thamjage khudam moina mizo accord adu mathangda Assam Accord pudam oina ina Punjabani punamuk sing ase Congress party gi yamna sincerely northeastern region sida development poroknaba peace laknaba honabagi a forcing ni akoi Congress party na soidana mathangi election da power da munghalang ba dam ta honabada akoi yamna thamoi sengna thawai hakchang yauna koi praja gi seva tawna hona jagani praja singna su sohojok tawbiu.
United Front Manipur UFM releases 27-point common minimum program today. The event was held at Manipur Press Club in Major Khul. Speaking at the event, UFM Chairman Sapam Samungao said that Republican Party of India Athwale, Samata Party and Democratic Bharatiya Sanaj Party and Vishwa Shakti Party jointly formed the Front's Common Minimum Program. He also declared that UFM will field candidates in 10 assembly constituencies of the state in the upcoming general elections. He is sure to implement the 27-point common minimum program. For the first time in Manipur, fish farmers will now use coracle boat. Fishery Minister Sorokaivam Rajan distributed 21 coracle boats to selected fish farmers today. Valley District Fishermen Cooperative Federation Limited took up the initiative under the state government. Chairman of Karnataka State Cooperative Fisheries Limited, K. Madhugowda, sponsored the 10 out of the 21 coracle boats. Speaking exclusively to Impact News, K. Madhugowda said coracle boat is very suitable for a state like Manipur. Mentioning that the boat is made from fiber and very light, he said the boat can carry 5 to 7 people. Responding to Impact News query, K. Madhugowda said that the one boat costs around 15,000 rupees. He added the boat is an eco-friendly product which will aid in conservation of environment.
Mangonda 500 to 700 kg capacity Mangonda ekoi puraga chatpa yabagi adugumba weight faw leiba sinadi ekoi loktak mayaida natraga ngami singa magi achauba pukida magi nga gi machinja kg mayam ama hapsalaga bag ama hapsalaga ani hapsalaga mana nga machinjak singdu leirai dagi koina thabai mota mayaida chatlaga ekoi thauraga thaba yabagi sugumba khudong chaba mayam ama leiba.
Environment keep it, that is very good, essential for the man and human being. So you are going to traditional boat by wooden. How much you cutting the trees in the future days? So not possible. That is why we are making a plan to fiber coracles. This is eco-friendly product. You can save the forest also and easily operate also. This is very useful for the peoples also.
Sing mi sininaw sing sida piba yaba kano se akoina makoiga khusam nanabagi Delhi gi hariba tribal development gi sigumlaba head siga khusam nabai tanjadu yam tuna laujaraga aikoi thabak moige cooperation pinaraga thabak se yam tuna haujaragani.
For the first time in the history of Manipur, coracle boat introduced today at Imphal under the aegis of Manipur government by Valley District's Fishermen Cooperative Federation Limited, and it aims to give more benefits to the fishermen of this state. With camera person El Kabir, this is Khatamiyum Premchan reporting for Impact News, Imphal.
Minister Losi Diko has inspected the condition of the water supply schemes installed in various remote areas at Nambol, Bishnupur and Kangpokpi districts. Minister Losi Diko inspected the ongoing works at Kakyai Lanpao in Sonapat water supply in Nambol and Nacho water supply in Bishnupur. PHED official and VWSC members accompanied the minister during the inspection held yesterday. It may be mentioned that the state government launched various water supply projects to ensure safe drinking water in the remote and urban areas of the state under the Water for All scheme launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2020. Kangpokpi MLA Nemcha Kipgen accorded a warm welcome to Minister Losi Diko upon his arrival in the district. Later, they inspected the condition of Mission Compound water source and Tori Bari water facility. The minister also held a meet with officials of Kangpokpi Town Committee, KSOSH, Theological College and Kangpokpi Mission to discuss welfare and developmental activities of the district on the occasion. President of YTB Local Farmers and Land Owners Development Association, KH Roman, has urged the authorities concerned to withdraw the attempt to construct a mega food park at 44 YTB Local at the earliest. He even is short of allotting a new construction site of the park if need to be. Speaking to media at Koijam Maring village today, Roman said that the villagers of the area handed over YTB Local to the state government for construction of the National Sports University and not for any other establishments. He condemned the attempt to construct a mega food park in the area. Taking part in the press meet, a resident of Koijam Maring village, Angshil Marin, termed such act of the state government as undermining the tribal people. He also demanded the unconditional release of former president of YTB Local Farmers and Land Owners Development Association, who was arrested by the police in connection with the incident at the earliest. Angshil Maring further urged the state government to make it possible for the villagers to refund the cash taken from the government for the land plot, as the proposed construction of the university has been shifted elsewhere. Speaking on the sidelines, environmentalist Y. Juten expressed discontentment over the state government's attempt to construct a mega food park in YTB Local in contradiction to the Manipur Conservation of Paddy Land at Wetland Act 2014 implemented by itself. He urged the public to take a stand against such injustifiable act of the government.
Mega food park sagani haiba jaga asi chingmi khaktagi lamdani mahoina target pira isi masida Muslim ijinau singi lofam yaude adudagi maitai ijinau singi lofam yaude only tribal group asina maram oiduna aikoi si hojik phauba aikoi si wakhan si laitapam khangde
lofam kanba habsi Paddy Land Conservation habsi keno lofam je mata mang pudan radi khoi chinjak sim mi pan tang phama palumda aduna masi tawdana baina khoi lofam kanba habsi Manipur government ki priority nipsi sim nisana su dum law leibani aduna yumda lofam de yum sadan bi arakta lofam si any makhan industry yora mogara tawdana baina hujik sia kanba miyang leibine ba ado sigi timing sida khoina Manipur gi leiba sigi lofam si phajara lofam ni photok si phajana leiba khoi active lokon gi jaga si dum photok si leiba mafam ni ado sida hairiba sagi atoba park onthokpa de atopa industry tokselokpa habisi masi maram cha dena khali.
Women vendors of Kwarenban Ima Kaithel Temporary Market or Fort Ima Market appealed to government to renovate the market at the earliest. Speaking to media during a press meet held at the market today, working president of Fort Ima Kaithel, W. Luwang Leima, said the government has announced to reopen Kwarenban Market from February 14. She added 3 out of the 4 markets were renovated and the temporary market was sidelined. She said the temporary market was renovated only for namesake upon urging to Chief Minister and Mahut Minister to renovate the market. W. Luwang Leima highlighted the plight the women vendors will face when the market reopens, as the drainage system, pipes, flows, electrical connection and others are yet to be repaired. She expressed discontentment that their pleas to IMC Mayor and RO fell on deaf ears.
Lakadoriba tang taragi pung tara mathoi tabasida mari suba khwairam ima kaithelgi koina phambiba mafam chimakta da leiriba mayagi set chimakta da ikoi ima singchi gi kaithen chigi manung da leiba apun ba khoi gi set license pair ga phambiba adagi wairaga mafam chida di phamjaba singche laaga ikoi kaidau chigi tanaba gi thodang du mataga kaithen gi card pham paibiri ba ima sing wairaga phambiri ba singna mafam chida laaga ikoi kaidau chigi haibdu tanaba gi matam du matang logjage aduna mayam punamak lakpiu.
Kairao MLA Laurembam Rameshwar stressed the need for the women folks to carve a path to generate adequate income. He said the same during an event held in view of the upcoming Women's Day at Arapti Kangjibong in Kairao constituency today. MLA Rameshwar donated his entire monthly salary to the residents of the constituency to facilitate in boosting the various women self-help groups opened in the area. The MLA urged the public to extend their support and cooperation towards the welfare activities taken for the constituency. More than 120 members of various women self-help groups of 39 polling stations of the constituency took part in the event. Elderly women folks of the area were also felicitated with gifts on the occasion.
मरोइन ऑब्जेक्टिव से अखोई सोथरब केंद्र सिगी इमाइबेन सिंगसिदा अखोई खितंग मई पिसा लोनसागिदा अदे नारग यलकपदा तोंगानबा मई हिंगनब लंबी हाइता ओइदबदा मतेंग पांगनबा अदुगुम तौबने अदुगा मरोइना अखोई मणिपुरदा लेबन पिसिंगजे हलुइसलग मतमदा यामना हलुरकांदा अखोई फमुंग का अपिक का सिंगदा अखोई याम वाना पुसिलेनबदो अदे खितंग सफनबा ngaliंगासिदा अखोइना मखोइगी अकाउंट पैसा खर थमनबा हिंगे मतम याम नुंगाय फना नुखि जानना अमगा अमगा सिंगमी तमि खाइ अखोइ मसेन इंटरेक्ट तौनगा हिंगनबग लंबी पुसना होनबा गन पांदमने.
Ex-Minister Dr. K.H. Rajkumari said as a part of the ongoing blacktopping at Mayai Lambi from Mayang Imphal Bazaar to Mayang Imphal Bangun along National Highway 137A, newly blacktop road has started coming out due to substandard blacktopping. He warned to complain regarding the same to Ministry of Highway and Transport if authorities concerned fail to look into it. He was speaking on the sidelines of inspecting the road today. Speaking further, ex-minister Dr. K.H. Rajkumari said blacktopping from Wangoi to Sekmaijing along Mayai Lambi was even banned after it was reported through media for not maintaining its quality. However, acknowledging the plight facing the commuters, the blacktopping resumed after the department uplifted the ban. He added it is unfortunate that road from Mayang Imphal Bazaar to Bangun has large potholes at various areas. He appealed to relevant departments to look into the coming out of the newly blacktop road, which is not even completed 1 month.
Concerned engineers department masi chumthoktriba makhaidi masi makha tana lambi suhandana basu ai appeal tawjari specification phajana maintain tawhanbiu quality phajana maintain tawhanbiu masi yamna tangna lakpa pot amani thabaga se yamna mong tajataba mong marul nai daba mong da suba se masi koi praja myam si khangde dana madu usitaba praja myam bu thawoi daba mali aduna masi tawbiganu haidana ai appeal tawjabaga loinana amukka hanna akoi concern department concern engineer singna athuba matamda masigi quality maintain tawbidana lambi se amu hanna sembi nana bai appeal tawjari karigumba masigi tawraktaba taragadi Ministry of Highway and Transport ta ai samak madugi akoi che tharga lambi se thingjanna bi damakta aduga bill pi dana bi damakta so ai wakat sagani.
Speaking to media, residents near the road said the locals appealed to contractors concerned to maintain quality of the blacktopping. However, the authorities failed to pay heed to the locals and blacktop the road during night time, leading to current situation. The locals appealed to government concerned to punish those contractors concerned for not maintaining the quality.
Chep tabai tare do itu khara moi yang san beraga fajan tawir di phagadam ni lambi akai basi am jawe masi am nungai te
akai ba sume mama leire set thaba mapan su du ku na soe tong lambi jatham leitre adu akai ba sing sisu set thaba am yaure mafam tarakul hena yaw leire
ligun maning leire aso machin da leire ba clerk ki ai samak vice president ni samak yauna mong ka phamin na matang da fajana quality maintain tauna thabina ba hai matang da moi adum tai adu tarakpa matang da ahing da tha hi boi bana makoina nongala kan da sumai dum he oiramba hendo haraga koi wari saro matang da hallaga laaga makka koi tawhini khot khina sumai toraga leire phigam je hana oirapol amake hena danger oiraga leire.
Agitations by Federation of Government College Teachers Association Manipur FEGOCTA demanding to implement 7th UGC Pay and Regulation 2018 will intensify. FEGOCTA members announced a mass casual leave on January 12th and 13th. FEGOCTA members warned of class boycott starting January 17 if the government failed to meet their demands by January 16. Speaking to media during a press meet held at Manipur Press Club organized by FEGOCTA today, Association President Dr. A. Pishak condemned a failure of Higher Education Department to acknowledge the decision taken by State Cabinet to implement the pay scale on August 6th last year. He termed a failure of authorities concerned to look into the demands of the teachers even after 8 days of protest as unfortunate. He appealed to Chief Minister N. Biren to look into their demands.
Appeal to the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur to intervene the matter and issue the orders of 7 UGC pay and UGC regulation 2018 for the betterment of all those involved in this society, for the upliftment of society, to render the service so that the teacher can render their full service to their job. Otherwise, in an anxiety situation, teacher won't be able to discharge their duties well. Langtang na nalayra ICPC pangdadra pangwaydra natraga AEC kanana demand to rebu parang kuchang no bagumba langtang na bagi wakalo na dudadi waza singsi punung leitra daravanina fazana lairik tambi basing ngamoy masigi problem masi akoy Manipur sarkar na tu na masi ongta solve to the help to biona.
Manipur reported more recoveries than new cases of COVID-19 today. State reported 9 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 18 recoveries in the last 24 hours. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 98.37%. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room, a press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 29,126, out of which 99 are active cases. One death case was reported in the past 24 hours, taking the death toll to 373. A 60-year-old female from Imphal West passed away at Sijur Hospital. Out of the newly infected persons, 6 are from the general population. They are 4 from Churachandpur and 1 each from Imphal East and Senapati districts. Kongba Students Club KSC in Kongba today felicitated Chief Medical Officer of Imphal East District, Dr. Laurembam Indira, upon achieving the prestigious COVID Women Warriors, the Real Hero title. The event was held at the club's complex. It may be mentioned that the Indian government conferred upon the award to Dr. L. Indira as an acknowledgement for her relentless efforts in fighting against the COVID-19 pandemic during the 29th Foundation Day celebration of National Commission for Women held at Delhi on January 31st.
National Women Commission sina State Government of Manipur da nupi maraktagi akhoi khwaidagi phajana hena thabak tawkiba medical officer natraga su any other officer nupi officer ama nominate tawbir o haidana paula khibadudagi aina tajabada aiga mi ani homgi mingsi pikhat pirakhi hai adudaida ahaki mingsi principal secretary sir golumangna select tawbiraktana ai mingsi khangat pirakpane haidana tang 38 nangnanaba khudakta Delhi gi Bigyan Bihar sidaida program national award miam sigi program ase yaujurubani Sidayda Aingonda memento amasung certificate pibirakta kai khumnarakba pibirai sigidamakta aina Government of Manipur bu thagatpa phongdokchari.
It's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We'll be back with the details after the break. Keep watching Impact News.
Banthubi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, specified as a financial institution by the Ministry of Finance, Government of India under SURFACE Act 2002. First license holder public limited housing finance company in the entire northeastern region of India, completed its 15 years of service. Provides home loan with a subsidy amount up to Rs 2.67 lakh under PMAY Credit Link Subsidy Scheme, PMAY CLSS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Government and private employees, businessmen can apply. For more details, kindly contact Banthubi Housing Finance Company Limited or reporter Mamlekai Imphal.
Welcome back. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. India has recorded a single-day spike of 11,713 new cases of coronavirus, taking the country's COVID-19 caseload to 1,08,26,363 in the last 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, death toll has reached 1,54,996 with 78 new COVID-19 fatalities. On the positive note, recovered cases have reached 1,05,22,601. Country's recovery rate touches 97.19%. Kerala has the highest infection of above 67,000 active cases. Over 57 lakh people have been vaccinated against coronavirus in India so far. Over 57 lakh people have been vaccinated against coronavirus in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 10 crore 64 lakh 22,000 people. Above 2 crore 3 lakh 22,000 people have died, and recoveries are 7 crore 80 lakh 82,000. USA has the highest infection of above 97,77,000 active cases in the world, followed by India and Brazil. China stands at 83rd position with 1,176 active cases of COVID-19. A public awareness program highlighting benefits of the various welfare schemes initiated by the central and state government was held at Takilambam Laikai in Sagolban constituency today. Social upliftment cell of BJP Manipur Pradesh and BJP Sagolban Mandal jointly organized the program. Speaking at the event, former Sagolban MLA Dr. K.H. Loken said that the awareness program is held in the constituency for the first time. He disclosed that the program will be held at Worth number 7, 8 and 10 for the first phase. Convener of BJP Social Upliftment Cell, Nompo Kanba, and many elderly women folks took part in the event.
Economically, backward we hold Mayam Singh Sibu uplift Tonanaba, Manipur government, Paikaliba program, Bharat Sarkar Paikaliba program, scheme Singsi, Praza Singda, Haking and the Yohanaba, Praza Singda, Kangan Nanaba, Amasu Maduki Kanabado, Manipur Praza Singda, Panganabagi Damakta, Ekoi, Manipur de Leriba, Toan Bazaga Singda, Ekoi, entire area, interior with Zagaba was at a party, Paikaliba program, many programs in Moinangasi Sakolbanda, Hudopani. Economic.
One-day awareness program on rights of persons with disabilities RPWD Act 2016 was held at Thambal Academy School campus in Haurebi, Makhaleka in Thobal district today. Disabled Development Association Manipur DDAM and Wheelchair Basketball Association Manipur in collaboration with District Social Welfare Thobal organized the event. Speaking on the sidelines, Chairman of Wheelchair Basketball Association Manipur, Dr. Thokchom Chandramani, urged the authorities concerned to open a separate directorate for the differently able persons. Seva Bharati National Medicos Organization, along with the Wangkhem social worker Karibam Jivan, organized a one-day medical camp at Charangpad High School campus today. Speaking on the sidelines, social worker Karibam Jivan declared that the camp will be held all across the country. 20 specialist doctors checked off altogether 350 individuals of the area at the camp and also provide them free medicines. Protest demonstration condemning Central Council of Indian Medicine CCIM Gazette, which allows Ayush doctors to perform a surgery or operation after 2 years of preliminary training continue. Members of Indian Medical Association State Branch stays a sit-in at Imphal Hospital and Research Centre in Rims Road today. Protesters demanded to withdraw the act at the earliest. Rajashri Bhaigachandra Cultural Foundation Manipur celebrated its 9th Foundation Day at Berhampur in West Bengal yesterday. Speaking on the occasion, Foundation spokesperson T. Irabod said that the last resting place of Rajashri will remain as an important place for Manipuris. He further appealed to the government to look after the place. Foundation members and many people from Manipur attended the event.
Dekha hek lau kiban numitagi ngasi phawda mari jatana dana lai madugi khudam khunti hoji ekhogi lai mandir manungda puja jatana latuna khunna thamjari nortum thakumagi guru devagi mafam jaga chida raja chi Bhaigachandra gi murti amatang khinnal thambang namabadi ekoina aduki mati nungai ba Manipur khu chana thana ba yadraba mari amani haibache amandani.
Residents of Sabha Laikai in Khetrigao constituency carried out a protest demonstration against the recent gun attack on None ADC SDO BDO Sheikh Abdul Hakim by unknown armed miscreants. Sabha Laikai Youth Development Organization organized a sit-in at the locality. Protesters condemned the live attempt on Sheikh Abdul Hakim, an MCS officer who is also an eminent person of the Meete Pangal community. They urged the state government to book the culprits and avoid befitting punishments at the earliest.
February tang ani 2021 numit asida none ADC oina SDO BDO oina join the wasat kiba mingoina panjarabada Alhas Sheikh Abdul Hakimbu mahaki halakpagi yumda halakpagi lambida tupulgi area da masakhang daba kharana nongmai kapsilak na mahaku hana bahona kibabu akan no mawang da ninda tawi masi pang dabagi thawong ni terrorist ki thawong ni aina akan mamawang da ninda tawi.
President of Thangmeiban Apunban Nupilop L. Ganeshwari warned of further agitation if the government failed to take Lucas Ajo's drug case to higher court at the earliest. She was speaking during a protest demonstration held at Thangmeiban organized by Thanila today. Speaking further, Ganeshwari lauded government's efforts against drug menace. She condemned release of those accused in drug case instead of giving befitting punishment. She further urged the government for their words and action regarding war on drug to synchronize. She also extended solidarity to efforts of government towards drug menace.
Constitution kuting gi MLA kuting mangna khanna biraga akhoi gi magi appeal se chatna bagi wayen bichar se chathana ba chumba bichar purakna bagi damak adugumba maralai baserak pina bagi khanau haidana khoi pijan ba memorandum se aremba da tai tang ahum dagi phamak ba adugumba session sida masigi matang da karimta naina ba akhoi na tade hayeng gi numit asida tang nipan sida phamba session dadi Manipur sarkar na amasung ruling haiba amasung opposition haiba laitana khanna biraga asugumba jaugi magi case ase masi appeal state na chatkadabani haibase khanabiu haina Thanil gi maikai dagi ai adugumba assembly gi session gi phambiri basingda ai thamjari.
Members of Nongchup Imphal Palem Ima Punbaluf Nimpal also stays a sit-in and demanding to file an appeal to the higher courts to reinvestigate Lucas Ajo's case at Apunba Nupilop Shanglin today. Members of the association also formed a human chain at Imphal Kangchup Road and chanted various slogans. Taking part in the protest, Nimpal Secretary General urged the state government to file an appeal to the higher court at the earliest. He expressed concern that the menace of drug abuse and addiction in the state will escalate if immediate actions were not taken at the earliest. He also urged the state government to award befitted punishment to the landowners involved in illegal poppy plantation in the hill districts of the state.
Sandiangi ADC way Biramba Lukozi Zona, Yangraba Karwar Kuntariki, number 4 Ado, Aquari, driver Amada, Hepisimba Maran, Sahi Tramp and Nangari Banga, the Pisimba Masimani Propazapuna, Manakoi Piende, Aquay High Quota. Akwai appeal thabiduna magi investigation phajana tawbiraba matungda akwai thigat piu adu mara letraga di dum thoksagi sanu ka sukaide hoina huji popi pa bisi yanthale Manipur government na price piri yes akwai yai handang akwai Manipur government na isten tawbira iba nisa phare iba adigi sama popi pa bi yanthatana Manipur kunai pharana basila pase akwai yam thagale toying masung popi pa bi thari base mapudo ngasi phapu thopalekti adugi mapudo puthopi usini akwai Manipur government na pa biba.
Protest demonstration continues against acquittal of former ADC Chandal chairman Lucas Ajo in 2018 multi-crore drug case and conviction of Lucas Ajo's driver and helper. Release of 9 individuals, including a Myanmar citizen, who were arrested in connection with drugs worth 400 crore rupees in international market from Phogdil Kairinbi in Thoubal district by Thoubal district police in August 2019, and failure of government to take a Lucas Ajo case to higher court. Ningombam Mayai Maning Laikai Women Development Association along with Kada Ningombam unit jointly carried out the torch rally at Ningombam in Imphal West district yesterday regarding the same. Various slogans were chanted during the protests. Imphal East District Commando team has arrested 2 drug peddlers along with 75 grams of heroin powder. The drug peddlers are 22-year-old Thangjam Chauba, son of late T.H. Momojit, and 23-year-old Wahingbam Jemson, son of W. Bhutto, both from Patsoy, Part 1. According to Impact News sources, a team led by Additional SP Operation M. Roni, Lamlai Police Station SDPO KSH Ravi and Commando OC KH Henry, under the supervision of Imphal East District SP, arrested the drug peddlers yesterday evening. Chauba and Jemson were arrested during frisking operation carried out by Imphal East District Police personnel at New Chekon and Dimdailong Road. It also came to light that both of them were also accused of drug trafficking and selling at New Chekon and Palace Compound. Chauba and Jemson, along with the seized items, were handed over to Porompat Police Station for further investigations. Acting on a tip-off, a combined team of Bishnupur District Police Commando and 31st Assam Rifles arrested 3 drug peddlers along with brown sugar worth 2 crore rupees in international market near the shrine of Tangjing Ubudhau along Napat Sagang Road last night around 8:30 p.m. A team led by Additional SP Operation under the supervision of Bishnupur District Police SP Priya Darshani Laishram arrested the persons during a frisking operation. The arrested persons are 34-year-old Thangoset Guite, son of Hemjangam Guite, and 41-year-old Thangsei Guite, son of Hemkhai Guite, both from G. Gamfazol village under Saikot block in Churachandpur district, and 46-year-old Warepam Brahmish Singh, son of W. Chauba from Fubala, Awanglekai. Suspected brown sugar weighing 600 grams and 50 shop cases were found inside the bag carried by Thangoset Guite. The arrested person, along with the seized items, were handed over to Kumbi Police Station for further investigation. Magi, written by a budding writer Chongtham Dipu, was released today. Social Welfare Minister O. Henry released a book during an event held at Manipur Legislative Assembly Museum and Archives. The book is based on the life and struggles of the Manipuri diasporas residing across the country. It may be mentioned that Dipu has written various books, including poetry book entitled Thamoigi Leirang, Malem Amasung Atia, and Autumn Buds, and a novel entitled Torban Duda. As a part of continuous vaccination program carried out by a Dog Protection Society, DPS Manipur, after confirmation of rabies case in the state, cats and dogs were vaccinated at Student Union Club in Hangang constituency today. State Veterinary Department, in association with Dog Protection Society, DPS Manipur, carried out the vaccination drive. Thaugdang editor cum president of a Dog Protection Society, Manipur, Koirom Loya Lakpa, also took part in the drive. Speaking on the occasion, Secretary of DPS Manipur, M. Nauba, said DPS carried out the vaccination drive after a dog died from rabies on December 22nd last year. He is sure to conduct a drive in the near future. Manipur Dog Lovers Club, along with the Yening Animal Foundation, organized a free anti-rabies vaccination camp at Citizen Club ground in Soibam Laikai in Imphal East. The camp was held under the initiative of State Veterinary and Animal Husbandry Department. Over 200 dogs and cats were vaccinated during the camp. Now the sports news. Al Amin Lilong faced a massive 64-run defeat from Sangai Cricket Club Singjamai in the 11th league match of the ongoing 5th MNCA W Pralada and W Ramananda cricket tournament. The tournament, sponsored by W Bhaktaraj, retired MCAs, is being held under the aegis of Manipur Cricket Association. In the league match at Luang Pokpa Cricket Stadium in Luang Sangbam today, Sangai Cricket Club Singjamai won the toss and batted first. Shanghai Cricket Club Singjamai made 154 runs in 36 overs and 1 ball with 10 wickets down. W. Kishan and L. Nauba made 43 and 36 runs respectively, while Al-Amin Lilong bowler Basir Rahman took 3 wickets in the inning. Responding to which, batting second, Al-Amin Lilong managed only 90 runs in 22 overs and 4 balls with 10 wickets down and lost the match by a massive 64 runs. Basir Rahman and Al-Basir made 28 and 21 runs respectively, while Shanghai Cricket Club Singjamai bowler Pinky Sanasam took 4 wickets in the inning. Shanghai Cricket Club Singjamai bowler Pinky Sanasam was adjudged player of the match title. PTRC Patsoy will lock horns with WYC Langthabal in a 12-leg match tomorrow. KASC Komidog, WYC Thobal Wangkem and RCT Malom defeated their opponents in their respective league matches of the ongoing 5th MNCA played cricket tournament held under the aegis of Manipur Cricket Association. In the match played at Thobal Moijing Ground today, KASC Komidog registered a thumping 5-wicket win over Napsa Kha Imphal. Opting to bat first, Napsa Kha Imphal made 107 runs for 26 overs and 2 balls with 10 wickets down. Responding to which, batting second, KASC Komidog made 110 runs for 24 overs and 5 wickets and won the match by 5 wickets. KASC Komidog all-rounder M. Farish Umiton clinched player of the match title. While in the league match at Langthabal Public Ground, WYC Thobal Wangkem defeated PTCC Patsoy Part 3 by 10 runs to secure the winning title. Batting first, WYC Thobal Wangkem made 177 runs for 35 overs with 9 wickets down. Batting second, PTCC Patsoy Part 3 made 167 runs for 34 overs and 5 balls with 10 wickets down and lost the match by 10 runs. WYC Thobal Wangkem all-rounder AL Rajesh bagged the player of the match title. While in the league match played at Oriental College and Model Higher Secondary School ground, RCT Malom trashed IBSA Yumnam Laikhai by a massive 211 runs. RCT Malom batted first and met 327 runs for 40 over with just 10 wickets down. Responding to which, batting second, IPSA Yumnam Laikhai managed just 116 runs for 34 overs with 10 wickets down and lost the match by 211 runs. RCT Malom, who made M. Sudhir made 143 runs, were adjudged a player of the match title. 3 league matches of the tournament will be held tomorrow. Lions Gym Health and Fitness Kwakaithel Haino Khongnembi Pukrimapal held its first Foundation Day at Gym Complex today. The father of Lion Gym Health and Fitness, Dr. Lucky Kanta Maibam, felicitated gym trainer Sagrakpam Kanta as well as outstanding athletes and trainers of the center on the occasion. Vice President of Manipur Olympic Association come PWD retired Chief Engineer T.H. Joykumar, Pradhan of Naria Pakhanglakpa Haino Khongnembi Gram Panchayat KSH Romita, retired Chief Engineer PWD M. Lokendro, Joint Secretary to the Honorable Governor of Manipur S. Pritham Kumar and Additional SP Law and Order Imphal East Moirang Mayum Bisorjit graced event. And before we wrap up, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Gradual thinning of floating biomass at Kaibulamjau National Park endangers the park as well as endangered brow antler deer, Shanghai. Zemnui Yangkolen villages appeal to government to rename Zuko Valley as Maiko Rezai Camp. fate of Daliat Lake in the proposed Daliat Wildlife Sanctuary and Tamenglong district is gloomy. Daliat Jang villages appeal to government for urgent intervention. MPCC President Govindas Konthauzan says conclusion of Naga peace talk can be brought only when Congress party is in power. Manipur reports more COVID recoveries than new cases. 9 new COVID-19 cases and 18 recoveries in the last 24 hours. Death toll stands at 373. And India logged single-day spike over 12,059 new COVID-19 cases, taking country's tally above 1,826,000. Recovery rate stands above 97%. That's all we have for today. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. For more news updates, you can also follow Impact TV on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, good night.
Dr. A. Santa Singh,